क्या टेस्ट है, चटोरे के कटोरे में क्या टेस्ट है। इतने सारे डिश का अपना देश है और हर डिश एक नंबर सर्वश्रेष्ठ है। दिल्ली राजधानी यहाँ चलती भिन्न प्रकार की रीति, खाने में कहानी कितनी उप संस्कृति। दिखे जलेबी उप्स ये इमरती, खाने में प्रभाव है खूब इतने मल्टी। पानी पूरी कहूँ या कहूँ मैं गोल गप्पे, अगर वड़ा देसी डोनट तो क्या इडली है कपकेक। कद्दू एट नो जोक ये सीरियस है सब्जी, पाव भाजी तीखी तो मीठी है लस्सी। जो चाहो मैं खाओ बड़े चाव से खाओ, चाहे मैं चाओ मैं चबाओ या मैं खाओ कम पाओ। इसमें वड़ा न घुसेरो चॉपस्टिक्स तो लाओ, दाल रोटी तो मोमो सब खिलाओ। क्योंकि वाह क्या टेस्ट है, चटोरे के कटोरे में क्या टेस्ट है। इतने सारे डिश का अपना देश है और हर डिश एक नंबर सर्वश्रेष्ठ है।
A man is what he eats. ठीक इस सोच विचार है जूइश लोग का है। तो आज के एपिसोड इजरायली जूइश cuisine। The Jewish people brought many languages and many cuisines to the country known as Israel. Also, a lot came from India. So in one way, we could call Israel a mini Bharat. They also have very strict rules on how they prepare their food and how they eat their food, called the laws of kasharat. So come with me today as we go and explore. We're going to visit an amazing Jewish community center here in the heart of New Delhi. I'm now standing on the Thomson road of India. That's right, Thomson, Paharganj main bazaar, जहाँ सब backpackers आ जाता है। और यहाँ पर amongst all the hustle and bustle and everything, there's a chota gully, and in that chota gully is for the Israelis an oasis, a place where they can meet, greet, and eat as much kosher Jewish food as they like, and थोड़ा सा आराम भी कर सकता है। तो चलिए आइए मेरे साथ as we go and meet the amazing rabbi and his wife who run this amazing establishment. Wow, finally I've reached Chapat House, an oasis for the Israeli backpackers when they arrive in India. Israeli backpackers जाकर के मिलता है और कुछ ज्ञान प्राप्त करता है कि उन लोगों को हिंदुस्तान के बारे में क्या लगता है। आइए। May I ask your name?
My name is Elad.
Elad, okay. In India we can get Israeli food?
Yeah.
Where you were eating Israeli food in India?
In Goa.
In Goa?
In Goa, in Kasol.
Now, is it written in Hebrew or English or Hindi? The Hebrew?
A lot of places it's right in Hebrew and both English.
You must have, what was the Indian food you most liked?
Maybe samosa.
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 Oh,
Samosa.
garam garam. We say garam garam samosa is hot samosa.
Garam garam.
Garam garam samosa. Oh, right. Okay. So I'd like to also ask you, what's your name?
Omer.
Omir.
Yes.
And how long have you been here in India?
This is my second day.
So when you hear the word India, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Wow. Indian people.
Indian people?
Yeah. I don't know, the atmosphere, the vibes, the culture, the heat.
The heat.
Yeah.
Now we have someone playing. What was the idea to come to India?
Like everybody back in Israel, every friend that visit here
Yes.
told me like If you go to the east, you have to see India. It's the best.
तो आप देखा है कि ये लोग आ रहे हैं, सचमुच में उनका मन में ये नहीं है कि कहाँ कहाँ जाना है, बस यहाँ पहुँचना है दूसरे इसराइली से बात करके, और कोई बस घूमने जा रहा है, और ये अमेजिंग चीज़ है। नमस्ते एंड शलोम।
शलोम, नमस्ते।
आज हम लोग जूइश कोशर कुजीन के बारे में सीखेंगे। जूइश लोग बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है। संडे के दिन में अगर ये लोग अपना नियम पालन करता है तो संडे के दिन में कोई कुकिंग नहीं होता है, सब फ्राइडे में होता है और उसका तैयारी होता है सैटरडे को खाने के लिए। तो चलिए आज हम आपको मिलाते हैं मुश्का। So today you're going to teach me a very important dish.
Yeah,
come in
of
dish.
Course.
Yes. That is kosher also, I believe.
It's a kosher Jewish food, very, very famous. Maybe the famous eaten Jewish food that you will see. And we eat it in the Saturday meal, all the family together. It's very traditional food, very special. We start with the fried onions.
Right.
Is the oil.
It can be any oil or this oil?
Any oil. This is a vegetarian chamin, special for you.
Ah, you remembered. I'm vegetarian. Wow.
Of course. So we put in the onion.
Yes.
You can put any vegetable you want. Mostly spice of the chamin.
Yes.
Is the Shabbat. Shabbat is Saturday.
Okay.
You will never see chamin in the middle of the week.
Right. Okay. Am I correct that in the kosher, when you're cooking, the pot must be separate for the non-dairy product? Correct?
100%. Not mixing. Everything need to be separate. So now we can put the potato in.
Yes.
You can put inside. The wheat.
Right. And you've had that soaking in water.
Yeah, okay. Overnight. And this is the very famous Hindi food. How do you call it in Hindi?
This one is
Rajma.
Rajma.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
So we will check. We will see no bugs inside. So after we check,
yes.
Now it's become kosher.
Right. Okay.
Because we check, you see, it's very clean.
Yes. Okay. So put that in. What? So Mushka, please show us how much you're going to put in. Just put the correct amount. That you
okay. But you put like, how much do you like?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Chamin, it's like from the heart.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Dil se. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you put honey, huh?
Honey, yeah. It makes the sweet.
Oh, okay, okay. And it can be any honey?
Yeah. Okay, so this is the food that we prepare for Shabbat, the Saturday. And so we can cover it and give it to stay like overnight. It's a long cooking process.
Right.
And you're welcome to taste it on the Shabbat table. Join us. And
so tell me, am I only going to get that on the Shabbat table?
no, much more. It will be a surprise.
Okay,
we will
fantastic.
we will meet you all at the Shabbat table. Okay. So Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. हमारा साथ में एक परिवार है, 3 रबाई। रबाई मतलब जो हम लोग पंडित कहता है वो रबाई है। Rabbi, please explain the significance of this Jewish event.
Shabbat actually is the 7th day of the week.
Right.
So we believe that God created the world through 6 days of creation.
Right.
And the 7th day, he stopped from create the world.
Right.
So since of creation, every 7th day is a day of relax. We're gonna light the candle, and then also we're gonna pray with the special grape juice from Israel. We're gonna pray and we're gonna say special blessings for the Shabbat.
So please, let's light the candle.
ברוך אתה השם אלוקינו מלך העולם להדליק נר של שבת קודש.
שבת שלום. שלום עליכם. מלאכי השם. מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך. יום השישי ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם מקדש השבת.
Amen. Now we're going to enjoy the Cuisine, but also for me there's a surprise. So Rabbi, what also are you sharing? This wonderful bread and these salads?
So this is a special bread. It's
Yes.
called challah.
Challah.
It's special made for Shabbat. During the week we don't eat so special bread. Just for Shabbat we make it more nice.
Also, I notice there's something else special inside that we didn't add in the beginning. What's that?
I tell you will be more surprises.
Wow.
This is kishke. This is the
Kishke.
Jewish name.
Kishke,
Yes, but
okay.
it's like a bread with spicy and onion.
Right, okay. Okay, so I take a little bit from here. कमिन क्या है? वेजिटेबल स्ट्यू, मतलब सब्जी जो बहुत देर तक पका करके उसको बनाया है। बहुत सिंपल है, उसमें मिर्ची स्पाइस बिल्कुल नहीं है। थोड़ा सा मधु भी डाला है इसलिए थोड़ा सा मीठा भी है।
I think in India it's called chakri.
Oh, khichdi maybe.
Khichdi.
Yeah, we can
or
say it's
something like
khichdi.
that.
Yeah, everything mixed together.
Yeah, and the reason why we eat the chicory on Shabbat because this is the only way to eat hot food on Shabbat. It's
Right.
prepared on Friday and we eat it on Shabbat.
It's an amazing idea, no? That you can take rest on the Saturday. You don't have to be in the kitchen. Otherwise, every day you're spending so many hours in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's a day off.
A day off,
Spend
huh?
the time with the family and to be more spiritually and holy.
Even the travelers,
Yes.
during their travel in India and all over the world,
Yes.
they will stop for Friday. They will come over on Friday night. They will join us in the Shabbat meal.
Yes.
And they will not travel during the Shabbat.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Enjoy this coming.
Enjoy it, enjoy it.
תראו סטפנים.
So I'd like to thank you so much. This has been such an amazing experience. I never dreamed, even on my journey of shooting this show, that I would be sitting with a traditional rabbi from Israel. Actually, 3 traditional rabbis from Israel and an amazing lady and an amazing cook, an amazing person, and enjoying such a wonderful meal. So now I'm going to eat a little bit more and just enjoy myself.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome.
Thank you. Now, wasn't that amazing? Who would have thought that in Paharganj, इतना densely populated है, इतना लोग है यहाँ पर, एक ऐसा oasis मिलेगा जहाँ शांति से हम लोग बैठ सकते हैं और Jewish लोग से मिल सकते हैं। और वहाँ पर हम लोग शपथ किया है कुछ rabbis, उनका पत्नी के साथ, and we also met some very interesting Israeli backpackers. So now, let's go and meet some more people from the Jewish community. But this time, these are people who actually work and live in Delhi. So this evening, we'll go and sit with them, maybe eat some more Israeli food and drink with them, and also maybe sing a few more songs. What an amazing community. So now let's go there and explore what the regular Israeli does here in Delhi in their spare time. Oh, namaste, shalom.
Shalom, welcome.
आप कैसे हैं?
मैं बहुत अच्छी हूँ.
अरे
And you?
वाह, अरे वाह. मैं भी बहुत अच्छा है.
Come on in. Meet the
Oh,
gang.
wow.
Everybody, I want you to meet Charles.
Namaste, shalom.
So, this is the gang.
This is the gang. मैंने भी सुना है कि खाना खाने के बाद और खाना खाने से पहले हमेशा थोड़ा संगीत बजाता है.
Ready?
Yes.
נפתח ונראה את האור שבשמיים יחד וללב נפתח ונראה לאהבה והלב נפתח חובק את העולם ובקריאה גדולה
बहुत अच्छा गाया था ना? उनको थोड़ा हिंदी भी आता है, अभिगाल भी थोड़ा हिंदी आता है. So, you are from Israel. I believe you also worked in the food industry in Israel. Is that correct?
Olive oil industry is very old in Israel. We have trees that are 100 years old, and we manufacture olive oil throughout the world.
Now, I've also heard that Jewish food has also arrived in India.
The famous falafel.
Can you remember the first time you had Indian sweets?
Of course, jalebi is very, very good.
Now, how about yourself? Can you remember your first non-alcoholic drink in India?
Yeah.
Because they have many different
It was
types.
sugar cane. It's the first time that I tried it. It was almost 20 years ago. It was okay.
It's okay. Now, we've got the host here, Abigail.
Welcome.
Welcome. You must have tried some. What is your favorite Indian dish?
It's really hard for me to choose, but I think what got me initially hooked in a restaurant that was in Jerusalem, right across from my apartment, was the malai kofta and also the palak paneer. All right, so shall we go to the table?
Yes, that'd be wonderful.
We have a mix of things. Some of the things were homemade, some were brought by my family friends here in Delhi, and some of these I actually brought from Israel this morning on my flight. So these are grapevine leaves filled with rice. Here we have cauliflower. It's just a whole cauliflower that's been baked in the oven. This is chopped Israeli salad. In Israel, we often refer to it as an Arab salad. It's a mix, it's nice, it's finely chopped, it goes well with everything. We have eggplants in the oven, also on tahina. Right next to it, hummus, the friend of tahina, they go together really well. We actually put tahina on the hummus, this one. It's a good mix. We have a quinoa salad with green onions and cranberries. The carrot salad over there is Moroccan style. It's a little bit more spicy. This is my grandmother's recipe. I'll also show you in a bit how to make the grain itself. And this is what in our family we call makbuba. Most Israelis know it by the Moroccan version of matbucha. Basically tomatoes and peppers and garlic all sauteed together.
It's just so vibrant.
And then we have sweet challah bread that Leah brought us today. And the main pita bread over there.
Your pita looks different. I've seen the Turkish ones, they make them very long.
So no, we have them round and fluffy and they have a pocket inside to put your falafel in.
Okay. Oh, you put in later. You don't put something in early.
No, we put things in later. You can make an assortment of anything that you see here on the table that catches your fancy. So we have stuffed vegetables with, I see, that's rice and lentils, also maya.
And then we have this amazing looking, what is it just water?
Right, so in the summer in Israel, it can get pretty hot and dry. So what we like to drink is lemonade with mint leaves in them. We call them nana. In good Israeli tradition, after you have a full table of everything that you could possibly want, no one can even imagine finishing, suddenly someone remembers that we left something in the oven. But this time we're doing it before we started eating. So my friend went to get what's in the oven, a small quiche. If you have room for it, I hope you'll taste it as well.
Yeah, quiche, yes. So chili, I take it with a hand?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
We're very, very informal in our food.
Okay, while you're breaking that cauliflower, it just looks so beautiful.
All right, here you go.
Oh, I got the honors.
Please.
I hope I don't send it flying, huh?
There we go.
And there's some sauce there.
There, this is trina.
Tina.
Which is ground sesame seeds.
बचपन से कॉलीफ्लावर खा रहा है, लेकिन ये पहली बार इतना बड़ा एक ही साथ ऐसे बेक करके कॉलीफ्लावर बनाया। हमेशा छोटे-छोटे पीसेस देता है ना। थोड़ा सा कड़वा है, लेकिन मुंह में बहुत रिफ्रेशिंग है।
מטבוחה וחומוס. תביא גם.
Oh, you're a chef.
Wow. So we decided to give you a little taste of everything.
My gosh, that sounds amazing.
All right. Yes, Ken.
मेरा पेट तो बढ़ गया है, लेकिन इजरायली लोग खाना खाने के बाद मिठाई भी खाना पड़ता है।
Here's a special treat from Marzipan Bakeries in Jerusalem. And then we also have from the market halva. Then we have one with ground up coffee beans.
Okay.
And the one you're picking up is with pistachio.
With pistachio.
And then of course we also have nana tea, which is just hot water with the mint leaves. We're letting it, I'm gonna let it soak a little bit so it really takes up as much of the flavor of the leaf as possible.
Right.
And it's a nice sweet little addition to help eat
Fantastic.
dessert. מעולה. ככה, כן?
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
Thank you. I'm really happy that you could join us here today.
आपको भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद means thank you very very much.
All right.
So now we're going to make Israeli couscous.
Well, yes. I mean, couscous originally is actually North African, but
Right.
because there are so many North African cultures that came into Israel, if it's Tunisian like my family or Moroccan like half the table earlier, so you really have this as a base for so many different soups. So this will basically be the base for which, on which we put the vegetarian soup that I made, my grandmother's recipe.
Yes.
So this is all vegetables. I chose a pot that's only semi wide. I'm gonna do just that much. So the one thing that we do to kind of give it a bit more flavor, we add some olive oil. So this is some olive oil I brought from Israel. It's very aromatic. Extra strong.
Oh yes, this is Israeli olive oil.
It is Israeli olive oil, so it's very, very nice.
Good quality, yeah?
Yeah, I like to be a little bit generous. The idea is that when you mix it up, it should be moist and it should clump together. It shouldn't be dry anymore.
Yes.
A little bit of salt.
Okay.
I like to use what we call kosher salt, rock salt.
Okay, rock salt, yes. It's in small crystals.
Yes, and a bit of pepper according to your liking.
Yes.
And then I just take a simple fork and I start mixing it up until it forms these little crystals.
Right, okay.
So you see the oil is kind of picking up the grain.
Okay, yeah.
And now you cover it in boiling hot water.
Oh, garam pani.
Just enough to cover it. It doesn't have to be too much.
Right.
So if I move it and there's just enough water above it, that's enough.
Yes.
And you immediately cover it.
Okay.
About 10 to 20 minutes, you just leave it and it'll just take up the water and form.
Oh, okay.
Keep the fork.
Yes.
Because the last thing you want to do is take a spoon as is. It's just going to be kind of like polenta. It's going to be kind of hard.
Right.
What you want to do is start pulling it apart with the fork, the grain, slowly,
Okay.
until it becomes grainy again, and it really, you can play with it and then mix it up either with the hot soup
Yes.
on top or with the Israeli salad.
All right.
And you're good to go. A very nice texture.
Right.
Very wet.
Wet.
So if, for example, my favorite part is always the zucchini, personally.
Okay. Right.
I think it goes best together.
Right. So I'll have a go at that.
Please.
And whilst I'm just having a taste of this, I've been meaning to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you regularly eat kosher food?
So it's a little bit different here in India because you don't necessarily have kosher ingredients. We try as a family to avoid eating things that are blatantly not kosher, especially during Friday night dinners or things like that.
So thank you, Abigail. That was absolutely amazing.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me into your home and into your amazing little kitchen here.
It's my pleasure.
And now I'll take leave and I'll be on my way.
Are you
Thank
taking that with you?
I'm going to put that over on the sink. Thank you. Who could think that a small country like Israel, with less than 1 crore people, that's just 9 million people, has so much to offer and does offer the world. So thank you once again. Now, if you have any thoughts, कुछ suggestions है, कुछ लिखना चाहता है, तो याद रखिए, हम लोग का Gmail है, wagyatasthai@gmail.com. आप जरूर लिखिए, आप जरूर email हम लोग को भेज दीजिए. And now I'm signing off again until we visit another amazing community. All the best. Bye.